Let's play ball, finally. Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Yes, that is a beautiful sight. The tarp is off the field. It has been a 3-hour weather delay, our second weather delay of opening day here at the Little League Softball World Series, but we are ready to play at least one more tonight. We have moved one game to tomorrow, so this will be our nightcap. California and Kentucky will be the final game of opening day here at the World Series. Okay, so here's how this tournament works. 12 teams from around the world have come here to Greenville, North Carolina, trying to be crowned a champion a week from today on ABC. You're going to see athletes league age 10 to 12 years old. Those teams are split into two brackets, purple and orange. It's double elimination until we have 4 teams left. They'll play a 6-inning game, and every player on the roster will get a chance to bat in this game tonight. Earlier today, we started the day at 10 a.m. Eastern local time, and Florida came out with a bang. They run-ruled Washington 14-0 in 4 innings. The top 4 hitters were 8 for 11 with 9 runs and 7 RBI. And then in game 2 of the day, Japan, their second appearance all time, and guess what? They win their opener for the second time. Team Japan advancing on with a 4-1 win over New Jersey. And so we've got one more game to play. We've gone ahead and moved Canada and North Carolina to tomorrow. So this California-Kentucky game will be our final game today. Welcome to Greenville. Courtney Lau alongside 2-time Olympic gold medalist Michelle Smith, 2-time All-American, Big 12 Player of the Year Amanda Scarborough. And guys, I know the rain delay is tough. They've had to wait 3 hours. We literally got through lineups and introductions, and then they pulled the tarp.
Yeah, but this age group, I think a lot of them are probably having a dance-off, maybe playing a little kickball like we saw with Japan and New Jersey earlier today. The key of it is they have a lot of fun before it's time to refocus for tonight's game.
Well, and I think it's a way to shake any nerves that they had. It's opening day. It's their first game at the World Series, so you know that they're very nervous to get things started, and that delayed start sometimes can just make you settle in a little bit, especially the pitchers.
All right, well, I know that they're ready. I know that we're ready. Let's meet some of these teams. For California, they are representing the West. They had to come through their regional, and they're ready to play on this Little League field.
Hi, my name is Libya Smith, and my favorite movie is Tangled.
Hi, my name is Leah Carrasco, and my favorite celebrity is Olivia Rodrigo.
Hi, my name is Athena Huff, and my favorite video game is Mario Kart.
Hi, my name is Blake Rodriguez, and my favorite emoji is the happy face.
Hi, my name is Riley Perigo, and my favorite athlete is Carlin Pickens.
Hi, my name is Juliana Robles, and my favorite song is Choosing Texas by Ella Langley.
Hi, my name is Juliana Alvarez, and my favorite school subject is science.
Hi, my name is Avera Martinez, and my favorite athlete is Mookie Betts from the Dodgers.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Palacio, and my favorite emoji is the side eye.
Hi, my name is Hannah Lanseri, and my favorite athlete is Brock Purdy.
Hi, my name is Brooke Duran, and my favorite actor is Adam Sandler.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Dudek, and my favorite athlete is Megan Grant.
So this is Live Oak, California. It's the first appearance for Live Oak Little League, and here is their batting order. Every player on the roster gets a chance to bat, so your scorecard looks a little bit different. It's 1 through 12 with Avea Martinez leading off for Team California. And in the circle, she might become a household name, ladies. Michaela Knight, they call her Curly. Can't imagine why.
Well, she's got the locks going. I mean, she just has been outstanding in the circle, but the hair, I mean, it's even matches their uniform. She was amazing at regionals, 25 strikeouts in those 30 innings pitched. She's a competitor in the circle. She likes to move the ball around, and oh, by the way, her mom calls her pitches for her.
They've had to wait a long time to play on this field today, but ready to rock here. And California grabbing those bats. They went 4-0 in their regional. Can they continue that momentum over here in Greenville, North Carolina? Avea Martinez will try to set the tone against Curly in the circle. Going after that first pitch, and she fouls it off. Look, we've seen how beneficial it can be if you come out aggressive. How aggressive was Florida today, Michelle?
Yeah, they were swinging.
She's going to swing at the second pitch, too, looking for a spot in the gap, and she got it. Avea Martinez setting the tone.
This is why your leadoff hitter does exactly that. They are the tone setter in the lineup, and you want them to come up and set the tone for everybody else following them. And you can tell, what tone is she setting? To be aggressive. I mean, Michaela Knight is an exceptional pitcher, but when you have a leadoff hitter that's not going to back down like that, you love the tone that she sets.
California feels like the top 3 in their order, including Athena Huff at the plate, can hit for power. She's trying to bunt her teammate over. She does her job. That will be the first out recorded by this Kentucky defense. But look at Martinez in scoring position.
Good job by California to go ahead and get the sacrifice down. Get their teammate Martinez up into scoring position.
Now Hannah Lincieri. Scoring opportunity for California, who scored a total of 12 runs over 4 games in their regional.
And look at how aggressive this team is.
One of them first pitch swinging.
And their manager, had told us their offensive mindset is give yourself a chance. That's what he likes to tell them. Do not look at strikes. Put the ball in play and make the other team have to get you out. And they're following his lead with that mindset already.
That's going to allow the runner to advance. The throw goes in the dirt. Martinez thinking about it. She'll retreat back to third.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that slipped out of her hand. It looked like a drop ball that just got away from Michaela Knight. Got to the backstop. Michaela throws a lot of different pitches, really good changeup, screwball, but you can see this is a drop ball and it just gets out of the back of the hand, goes off of the glove of Emery.
This one will go back tonight. She's going to throw home and it gets past the catcher. California's on the board. And Lincieri over to second. Aggression paying off from this for the girls from Cali.
Well, this ball hit back tonight. I like the idea of coming home, the throw just a little bit wide. You can see that Michaela Knight does a good job to go down and get this. She sees the runner coming home. And I think that's a ball you have to try to catch. You move your feet a little bit, go up the line, try to make that catch. Very difficult, though. This has been a fire start of the inning.
I want a lot of credit for how on target that throw was from Knight. I mean, right there, almost in her glove, would have made the tag for her perfectly.
Charlotte Dudek now with a runner in scoring position. A hard hit ball. Will it stay fair? Right into the glove of Finley Bevan in right. Runner advances to third. California 60 feet away from scoring again.
Well, and oftentimes the ball goes in the air in the outfield in some of the games we see, especially early, and an outfielder gets nervous. But how about Finley Bevan tracking this down toward the foul line? She covered a lot of ground to get a must-needed out for this Kentucky defense.
A huge pickup, so 2 away with a runner on third for Riley Perigo, the second baseman. The tone set by their leadoff hitter, Evea Martinez. And there's Evea Martinez, who is the manager for this California team, on the phone talking to the scorer.
Well, the catcher, it's probably going to be a runner coming in, courtesy runner coming in. One of the Little League rules.
That's right. So when there's 2 outs for the pitcher or the catcher, you can use a courtesy runner. It'll be the last recorded out. So Charlotte Dudek, who just flew out to right field, will come in to run for Hannah Lincieri, who is the catcher at third base right now. Riley Perigo at the plate. And a big opportunity here for Michaela Knight, for Curley and her defense to retire this batter and just leave it a one-run ball game.
That would be big. I mean, it's important too for Curley to notice how aggressive these hitters are being. If there is a pitch that is over the plate at all, they're swinging at it. So as a pitcher, you recognize that early in the count, work a little bit more on the edges, a little bit more off the plate. See if you can get them to chase or change speeds.
Change up, because actually, Amanda, to your point, her favorite pitch, she says, is her changeup. So when a team is super aggressive, use that changeup or off-speed pitch.
And Michaela Knight goes upstairs to get the strikeout and leaves it a one-run game. But California coming out aggressive. They go on defense, and we'll see Kentucky swing it when we come back. Time ever, Kentucky is here. Let's meet the team from Owensboro, Kentucky.
I'm Avery O'Brien, and my favorite holiday is Christmas.
Hi, my name is Finley Biven, and my favorite athlete is Rob Dillingham.
My name is Brinley Bishop, and my special talent is jump roping.
My name's Haley Warren, and my favorite book is Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I'm Jenna Ball, and my dream job is to be a marine biologist.
Hi, my name's Avery Emick, and my favorite candy is Airhead Extremes.
My name is Presley Roberts, and my favorite athlete is LeBron James.
Hi, my name's Michaela Knight, and my favorite sports team is the Savannah Bananas.
My name's Hunter Sparks, and my favorite food is chicken.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Chelstrom, and my favorite animal is a tiger.
My name is Paisley Edge, and my favorite celebrity is Sylvester Stallone.
Well, Michaela Knight got him a big out to just keep this a one-run ball game. So now it's Kentucky's turn to swing the bats. Hunter Sparks is the leadoff. It's 1 through 11 for Kentucky in this continuous batting order, because in Little League, everyone gets a chance to step up to the plate. And they will be facing in the circle for California. It's Avea Martinez.
Yeah, and Avea Martinez and also Charlotte Dudek are kind of a two-headed monster, this pitching staff for California. But Avea Martinez going to get the start. Remember, she was the leadoff hitter that had such an aggressive at-bat for California and scored the run. So a really talented athlete and a really aggressive player that brings energy in the circle, just like she did at the plate.
Real quick, too, Amanda, to your point with Dudek and Martinez, when one is pitching, the other one's at shortstop, and when they make a change, they obviously just flip. So really good 1-2 combination for this California team.
It's going to be interesting to see by the end of the week, guys. Can you ride an ace this whole week, or do you need multiple arms to win a week from today in our championship on ABC? That is a good save by Lincieri behind the plate.
Well, and Avea Martinez will throw in the upper 50s, likes to spot her fastball on both sides of the plate or just about anywhere. She also has a changeup and will mix in a rise ball too. Her favorite pitch is her changeup.
Yeah, two pitchers that say their favorite pitches are their changeup.
Ball. 3 balls so far to Hunter Sparks, the leadoff, whose favorite softball player is Monica Abbott.
It's a good choice.
I'd say so.
Monica called their regional too, so that must have been a pleasant surprise for her.
And there Martina is able to find the first strike. Yeah, that's ball 4. So Ave Martinez is going to walk the leadoff and Hunter Sparks. And just like that, the tying run is on for Team Kentucky. Avery O'Brien steps up next, the second baseman. Her favorite subject is Spanish.
Hold on.
Showing bunt. It's a good one. Advances her teammate. Hot Sparks was turning second, looking at third, but goes back to second.
Loving the execution that we've seen already early in this game, being able to put that sac bunt down. Kentucky played in a lot of close games in their regional to get here, so you know that they know the importance of advancing runners and how important every 60 feet is. A lot of 1-run and 2-run games they had.
Presley Roberts now at the dish. You know, their manager, J.W. O'Brien, talked to us about their approach. It's find a way. They kept saying that at regionals. When you step up, just find a way to do your job, to get on. And it's a Kentucky team that got a little revenge. They knocked out Floyd's Knobs, who actually was the runner-up here at the World Series last year and eliminated them in the regional last year. They beat them in the championship game of the regional this year.
And they had lost to them earlier in the regional. In fact, they were no hit by their pitching staff. So to come back and win a 1-0 game in the championship final of that regional, to punch your ticket here to the Little League World Series, pretty impressive.
An extra good feeling.
Yes.
Hunter Sparks at second, representing the tying run with Presley Roberts at the plate. I think we're seeing Ave Martinez trying to settle into this game.
It's going to be tricky, I feel like, for some of these hitters that are going to go up against her, because when she strides out, she kind of strides toward the right-handed batter's box or the outside corner to a left-handed hitter. It kind of can hide her release point, especially from these lefties. So you'll notice when she pushes out, it's kind of a unique stride where she comes out towards the outside corner.
And so it gives the almost perception to the hitter that the pitch is coming out from behind her back.
Roberts getting underneath it, running over, trying to make the play was Athena Hoff. Here comes the tying run home for Kentucky, and Presley Roberts is over at third. Hunter Sparks walked to start this game, and here she goes scoring.
Presley Roberts with a pitch that is up in the zone, a little bit sweet on a 3-2 count, and just bashes it. Nice effort for Athena Huff out in center field. It's just off the glove, and that's going to plate a run for Kentucky. And it also puts Roberts at third with the potential go-ahead.
Now Paisley Edge up. California was in this same situation in the top of this inning. They had a runner on third, but left her stranded. Kentucky take the lead for the first time.
Well, these hitters right here in the 3 and 4 hole for Kentucky, they are very powerful and very talented. You saw that beautiful swing by Roberts, but Paisley Edge up now. She has a big home run swing as well. She has a lot of pop, so a big opportunity with the runner at third base for Paisley to push across another run.
She hit .417 to lead Kentucky in the regional. She was 5 for 12.
Well, I think you know you have your hands full when her favorite movie is one of the Rocky movies.
I know. I just saw that.
You know?
Do you think she sings the song in her head?
Absolutely.
Trying to see if she can bring home Presley Roberts, who just had an RBI triple. Pretty nice cut.
Kentucky's done a good job of being aggressive and good leveraged hitters count. They're not keeping the bat on their shoulder. But
when he knew Paisley Edge is the catcher, so she's going to be tough because of her favorite movie, obviously, because she's the position that she chose. But she also likes to ride mules. Her family owns mules. They live in the country. So it's a fun fact about Paisley, because I had honestly never heard that fact before of somebody riding mules like her.
Well, that's why I wrote it down that I had to ask it.
There we go.
Yeah. Paisley Edge riding a mule.
There you go. It's impressive.
I got another good one for you. Runner trying to slide home. And Kentucky takes the lead as Presley Roberts, paying attention, is able to get home.
Yeah, great jump off the bag. And the thing about Presley Roberts' jump from third base, her belly button or her hips stayed pointed toward home the entire time as she creeped off of third base. So that way she was able to head home immediately when she saw that ball get over.
Just gotta spin it, kid. Okay, we're good. Hey, it's a good team. We said it was a good team. It's gonna take a group effort to get through this, all right? We just gotta play ball, okay? We gotta get up early, we gotta work, and work from there, okay? Ladies, it's hot, it's muggy, but we're playing softball, right? All right, let's go. Hey, we're good, let's go. Hey, middle's turn 2, okay? Middle's turn 2. If it's a slow hit ball, let's get the out at 1, okay? All right, let's go. Right here, defense on me, defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
That's Ave Martinez, who is the manager for this California team, and his daughter, Avea, is the pitcher. Martinez actually a football background. He coached his son for years in football, and then his daughter started getting into softball. He started loving it and wanted to be a part of it. Couldn't hold back.
And he loves coaching youth, boys, girls, whatever sport. Feels like he has a passion for it. Love chatting with him and just hearing how important he felt like coaches, the role that coaches played in his life when he was growing up, and wants to do the same part in his daughter's life as well.
Finley Bevan at the plate right now with Paisley Edge at first, trying to add to this Kentucky lead. And it was back in the fall of 2023 that the parents of these little leaguers got together and felt like they had a good group to put a team together. That was a really tough season for them, but they just kept getting better and better. And now, 3 years later, here they are at the World Series. Bevan, what a swing! It's rolling out to the fence, and Paisley Edge is getting the go-ahead. Come on home. She does.
Well, this is a definition of squaring one up. If you want to know what it looks like when you hear that phrase, this is it. This ball is squared up on the sweet spot of the barrel, and Bevan, such a level swing that creates that line drive, a hard hit ball to the left side, and Kentucky pushes across another run. Look at them taking advantage of the walks that they've had, being able to use that sack bunt, just all things rolling for Kentucky's offense early in this game.
Yeah, it's a triple and a double that have scored runs for them. And then a wild pitch. Avery Emick at the plate now with Bevan on second after her RBI double. Avery wants to be a marine biologist someday. She got underneath the ball. Hard hit deep to center, back to the warning track. Here comes Bevan. Kentucky pouring it on here in the bottom of the first.
Well, Avery gets all into this ball. Remember, this is a Kentucky team that saw Indiana, who had a very good pitching staff, and Grace Fiore, who was here, a really good pitcher last year. They faced her at regionals, so they are prepared, and you can see the way that Avery gets all into this ball, drives it all the way to the warning track. How about 2 doubles and a triple in this inning for Kentucky?
You see right now, California, the players just called a meeting, and Hannah Lincieri, who is the catcher, she was leading that meeting in the circle. She is the undisputed leader of this defense for California, trying to rally the troops here as they've given up a 4 spot in the bottom of the inning.
She's a big leader for this team, and love to see her use her voice. I'd also love to see Martinez use her changeup a little bit more. I feel like that's 100%. A missing piece with them squaring up or harder, more firm speeds, but I don't think she has a ton of confidence in that pitch early in the game, but you got to keep throwing it.
Pitcher versus pitcher here with Curly Knight going after that first pitch, just out of reach of Palacios, hits off her glove, and Kentucky's going to add to their lead. 5 runs across now, and Curly held up at third. An error in right field.
Kentucky now being so aggressive. These hitters on both sides swinging early in the count. Just a line drive out to right field at Palacio that was right there to make the play, but hits off the very tip of her glove. Looked like she had a good read on it, but just can't get that out. Kentucky scoring big.
Now the 8th batter of this inning will come up, and Jenna Ball, who's the center fielder.
And Amanda, you mentioned it, change-ups, ability to paint corners, but also mix speed. So important. A lot of pitchers at this level like to wait maybe second time through the lineup to use that change-up. You can't. At the World Series, you need to use it early. You need to use it often to keep these strong hitters off balance.
But I think that hitters know coming to the World Series at this point that the pitchers are going to be really top-notch pitchers. I mean, we've been doing this, Michelle, you longer than Courtney and I, but for a decade now, and the pitching has just gotten better and better and better. And so I think teams are prepared for speed. They're prepared for 58+ miles an hour, whereas before, you might see 2 or 3 pitchers at the entire World Series throw that speed.
Jenna Ball got underneath that, and it's past Charlotte Dudek. Curly is going to score. You can make it 6-1 Kentucky.
But now these hitters, they know what to prepare for. So in the practices leading up to the World Series, they're going to pump up the machine, get used to velocity, and they're going to be on time. And it's going to create confidence in their mindset in the box, where they are confident to go up and be aggressive early in the count and get something that they can drive.
Jenna Ball will get a hit for that to score Michaela Knight. Haley Warren and Lincieri chasing that. It allows Jenna Ball to go over to second. Advancing on the wild pitch. And Ave Martinez is going to go over to the phone, and you could see him motioning to the field. Everybody settle down, settle down.
I think another thing to consider too, the hitters are an advantage as well, because the regional tournament we saw a week and a half ago, just so strong. They see so many good pitchers at regionals now, not just at the World Series, but at regionals. It really does prepare these hitters and these teams to show up here in Greenville.
You know, it's a Kentucky team who J.W. O'Brien told us, their manager, we felt like our offense struggled at regionals, but we know that we can hit the ball. And man, have they come out and shown that here in the bottom of the first inning. You see the Central Regional through 5 games, 3.6 runs, and then 6 runs here in the first inning.
Well, it is the quality of pitching for sure at each region, but I think also it's just the pressure and the nerves of just wanting so badly to make it here, because at the regional, you know, if you win, you get to come here to the World Series, and once you make it here, it's kind of like the pressure is off and you get to play free.
All right, so a pitching change. Zavea Martinez will be relieved and move over to shortstop. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back to Greenville. That game has been moved. Canada against North Carolina. We will not play it tonight. We've had 2 weather delays, so they will play tomorrow, still waiting on a time for their game, but they got to go back and get ready. We just had a pitching change for California as Kentucky has sent 8 to the plate and scored 6 runs, and Charlotte Dudek, who was at shortstop, will take over for Avea Martinez.
She will spot her fastball, throw in the upper 50s, more of a power fastball pitcher. That fastball actually has a natural rise to it. That's some heat there that got in on Haley Warren, but also she's working on her screwball, working to perfect her changeup.
10 Ks in the championship game against Nevada for Charlotte Dudek, and a California team that feels confident with both of their pitchers. But they've run into a hard-hitting Kentucky team to start this game. These 6 runs, ladies, are the most in the first inning since 2024 when Pitt County, North Carolina put up 9 runs against Rhode Island. They won that game 16-0. Ball and 2 strikes to Haley Warren.
Yeah, and really looking at the team's batting average in a lot of the regionals, it was like 200, 220. I was thinking, God, is there going to be much of the offense here? In fact, Kentucky hit 208 in their regional. I was wondering if it was going to show up, but the way that Florida put up runs today, the way that Kentucky has come out today, you see the offenses are going to show up here at the World Series.
Gotta let Jenna Ball advance to third. Yeah, that Florida team, Amanda, to start the day, they had 2 5-run innings. The first and the second inning, they put up 5 runs each. Won that game 14-0 over Washington.
Japan scored early. It's obviously a theme. Getting out to a hot start in that first inning sets the tone of the game.
Makes it a full count here. 18 of 25 runs have been scored in the first inning today.
I've seen the theme already.
A little nerves in the circle. defensive nerves.
And Haley Warren is going to take her base. Dudek quickly comes in to help home plate, and there goes Warren to second.
Well, that's the third walk of the inning that this Kentucky team has capitalized on. The first 2 walks have already come in to score. And Warren, as you mentioned, continues right on to second base. Runners now at second and third.
2 wild pitches allowed Jenna Ball to make her way all the way over to third. And now Haley Warren at second after a walk. Evelyn Shellstrom at the plate, the 10th batter in this order for Kentucky.
It can be intimidating to want to throw strikes to a team like this who's seen the ball so big and so well in the first inning, because you see them squaring things up and then you get a little timid to throw strikes, but ultimately just so important to still pound the strike zone. Even good hitters are going to get themselves out.
Well, and to Amanda, goes down to third. A lot of the pitches are non-competitive, so they're not close to the zone. They're out of the zone significantly, so it's easier on the hitters' decision making.
And 2 balls to Shellstrom. High hopper towards Duran at first, and she'll run over to make the tag at first, but not before a run scores. Jenna Ball comes home. It's 7-1.
Number 6, Brindley
Sometimes
Bishop.
that's all it takes, a little bit of a ground ball to the right side, and you're going to score your teammate from third base.
All right, Brindley Bishop is up with a runner on third and 2 down.
The way that Brindley Bishop's coaches talked about her, calling her very solid. She is a player who's able to play anywhere and knowledgeable about all positions. You don't hear that about very many players at this age. So props to Brindley Bishop for her ability to play at a high level at a lot of different positions and hold down this 11th spot in the lineup for this Kentucky team.
Yeah, we picked Little Leaguers today. We want to give some extra love to it. Amanda, you picked Brindley Bishop.
Yeah, and not only can she play a lot of positions on the field, but she also can play a lot of different sports too. She competes in basketball and track, and even qualified for the state championship in hurdles this year. Brindley Bishop did.
There's a big strikeout for Charlotte Dudek, but man, hello Kentucky and welcome to the World Series. How about a little 7 spot in the bottom of the first inning? They lead 7-1. Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Well, yesterday was opening ceremonies, and all 12 teams got the chance to put their name up on our big bracket out in right field. They'll also get the chance to advance their names throughout that bracket. It was such a cool ceremony. All 12 teams walked in with their banners to really kick off the week. And ladies, it's a week from today where for the second year in a row, we're going to crown a Little League Softball World Series champion on ABC a week from today at 3 Eastern.
Pretty amazing. ABC. ESPN and ESPN2, amazing, but ABC.
On all the games this week are on linear television, meaning not ESPN Plus, so ESPN or ESPN2, and then finally that championship game, like you just mentioned, on ABC a week from today.
Well, there was a lot of action in that first inning. California came out and, man, Avea Martinez took the first pitch and got on. California scored, but then Kentucky answered with a 7 spot, and all 11 hitters came to the plate. Juliana Robles, the hitting in the 6th spot, will start this inning off for California. But man, Michaela Curly Knight's got to feel a little bit better in the circle.
You can tell she has a little extra pep in her step out there after seeing 7 runs get put up on the board for her and a 6-run lead. Like, now she's gonna smile a little bit. You can just tell her mannerisms are a little bit different. That's how it feels as a pitcher as Michaela Knight gets her 2nd strikeout of the game. Back-to-back strikeouts for Michaela Knight. She just loves to use that outside corner to these right-handed hitters. She can work a little bit more up in the zone, a little bit more down with the drop curve. Very comfortable attacking these right-handed hitters on the outside corner.
Juliana Alvarez will swing at the first pitch that she sees. Look, for Team California, Avea Martinez, their manager, told us that this team doesn't panic when we get down. Well, that is going to be put to the test right off the bat here in their first World Series game. Is can they keep their composure? There's still a lot of game to be played.
You have to remember that the dugout, everybody has to be believing still down by 6 runs that they can get this thing done.
Well, and you know, it's a belief in all of softball that you have the ability to come back. You're not going to score 6 runs in one swing of the bat, so it's a slow process, and you work good at bats and get runners on.
This one hit back up the middle, and diving over was Avery O'Brien. Alvarez just beats it out. Heck of a hustle, though, by Avery O'Brien at second to keep that from going out to center field.
Now O'Brien, this ball is struck well going up the middle. Look at the way she's going to make that diving catch. Still has time from her knees to make the throw over to first. Look at the way she gloves this up. Immediately knows she's coming back across her body over to first. But Alvarez runs very good, but that's an outstanding defensive play.
Olivia Smith at the plate. Michelle, you want to give her some Little Leaguer love?
Absolutely. How about she is 10 years old, one of the youngest athletes in this tournament, just 4'6". But guess what? Her nickname, Frank the Tank.
Let's go.
Let's go. And she is a big fan of Tegan Cavan. She's tiny, but her coaches say she's got a massively big heart. She had the game-winning walk-off hit in state, so she's a little fireball.
She came out giving her best there, but Michaela Knight is going to sit her down. That's 3 strikeouts in these first couple of innings for Michaela Knight.
Now Knight, just really good movement, and you mentioned it. She loves to throw on the outer half, Amanda, and that one's got a little bit of out, a little bit of down. She likes to kind of move and manipulate that ball with her body. So Michaela Knight, 3 strikeouts already.
Brooke Duran.
Well, and Michaela Knight, her mom, Tara, calls pitches for her. She is on this Kentucky coaching staff, so she's at the front of the dugout getting to call pitches for her daughter, which I just think is so cool. You know, it's fun, too, when you have that 6-run lead, your daughter is feeling really loose and confident. It's really fun to call pitches when you have a lead like this and your daughter or your pitcher is feeling good in the circle. Love that they have that connection, and they'll have this memory forever.
Her mom, Tara, played softball So getting to share that with her daughter. Brooke Duran at the plate. This one hops over to Hunter Sparks, who makes the toss over to first for the out, and the score holds 7-1 as Curley gets 2 more Ks. Man, you play all summer and you hope that your team has what it takes to get to the World Series here in Greenville, North Carolina. And for 12 of those teams across the world, that dream coming true. Such a cool feeling to watch these girls punch their ticket. And we have some debuts here. For the first time, 6 different Little Leagues are making their very first appearance, and you're watching 2 Little Leagues who have never been here before, Amanda.
Yeah, it's impressive. Just, I mean, to always be able to say that you were the first from your Little League to get here. It is very difficult to get here. There's other Little Leagues that we've seen multiple times here, which is another challenge because once you make it once, then the target is on your back. But to get to say that you're the first is pretty cool.
For this Kentucky team, they put up a 7 spot in the bottom of the first inning. It's just the 2nd year of existence for this Little League. They finished 2nd in their regional last year and then took it a step further, Michelle, and made it here. That's incredible to do it that fast.
It really is. And as you mentioned, the team that they beat, Indiana, was very good. They were in the championship game last year. Beat them earlier in this year's tournament.
Hunter Sparks feeling it. She walked the first time, and now she's got a single second time up.
This is just a crush pitch right back up the middle. It's really on the edge of the plate, too, maybe a little bit up in the zone, but that is a well-spotted pitch for Dudek. Just a good piece of hitting by Hunter Sparks. Level swing, shooting her right back up the chute.
Yeah, and she was somewhat off the plate, so she had to reach for that pitch on the outer half. Nice piece of hitting.
Hunter Sparks has had a couple of nice ABs. She was just 1 for 10 in the regional, but man, what a start for her in this World Series with a walk and a single. Here's Avery O'Brien trying to help her. Sparks is going into scoring position.
Well, the theme of the day has been be aggressive on the base pass, especially with the weather conditions. You know, at times the ball can be a little bit wet. It's tough to hang on to, but there has been no stop sign so far in day 1 of the Little League World Series.
And we have had 2 major weather delays. One over 2 hours, the next 3 hours. These 2 teams had to wait an extra 3 hours to play. They literally had just finished intros and then pulled the tarp. There's Avery O'Brien, who gave her all at second base in the last inning to keep that ball from going out to center field. And a strikeout for Charlotte Dudek, her 2nd since entering this game. Well, you can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. That's what she's doing right now. She's posting. I feel like we have a pretty awesome crowd for the weather delay that we faced.
Absolutely.
This event just continues to grow in all different aspects. It's really cool to see, from viewership on TV, from the people showing up live to watch the action here at the field, to the talent level, of course, and more leagues getting involved, wanting to get a chance to be a part of this. Like what Kentucky did. They saw it on TV and wanted to find a way to be able to get here. And Coach J.W. O'Brien said, how do we do this? Like, they saw it on TV at first, didn't notice that there wasn't a league in their area, and so they kind of worked backwards, like, all right, well, let's start one and find a way to be able to get there and have this experience.
And then there's some leagues that support baseball and said, hey, we want to start and get our softball program stronger, like Toms River. They're starting a softball program, first time here at the Little League World Series. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved.
That's a fair ball by Presley Roberts. A beautiful shot. She will take two. Runners coming home. Kentucky makes it 8-1.
This ball well struck. Another hard hit by Presley Rogers going the opposite way. Roberts, excuse me. And look at the way she just keeps that head down, lets that ball travel to the outer half, gets it over the green, and then whoops, I'm going to go back. I wasn't sure if I touched third base, and then the throw gets away, and I'm going to score anyway. I like the fact that Sparks was like, I'm not quite sure if I touched the bag or not, so I'm going to go back there. I don't want to be called out for missing the base.
Good save. Here's Paisley Edge.
Well, and the way that these hitters have been able to handle the outside pitch, we talked about Hunter Sparks and the pitch that was about a half ball on the plate, half ball off to start this inning. And then that pitch that Presley Roberts just hit, like, that looks like a professional softball swing with how she went down to get that. That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, we're seeing this team from Kentucky do a great job of letting the ball travel. They are not beat by the outside pitch. In fact, you can see that they're actually letting that ball travel and look like they're actually hunting it.
Michelle, usually hitters don't want anything to do with a pitch that is below their knees and on the outside corner. Like, they just stay away from it like sour milk. But like, she went out and got that. Like, she was looking for that. I just can't get over how good of a swing that was.
And typically when you look at, and this is a generality, but when you look at batting averages, typically the low outside pitch is the hardest to hit. I always tell young pitchers, when in doubt, throw low and out. But I'm going to put a little asterisk, not to Kentucky.
Yes. Paisley Edge walked her first time up in that first inning and came around to score. She's the one that had 5 hits in the regional and led them in average, hitting .417. That one hit her. Hit her foot. So it's 2 on for Kentucky and Finley Bevan.
Kentucky did a good job of capitalizing on the free passes in the first inning. See if they can take advantage here in the bottom of the second.
Well, and Michelle, look how deep the outfield is playing, especially Palacio out in right field. She's basically hanging out with the Canada team that was back there in the stands. I mean, they are playing very deep, respecting the power of this Kentucky team, and just knowing that if anything goes, all they have to do, it goes at the outfield, all they have to do is run forward. So it takes a decision-making out for them.
I'll say she did not go. Finley Bevan up, an RBI double for her in that first inning.
And Amanda, to your point, of the 6 hits that this Kentucky team has, 4 of them are for extra bases. So a lot of power coming off these bats. They've barreled them up.
They call Finley a wild one. Sometimes they call her the Tasmanian devil. Wild swing, a deep swing right into Athena Huff's glove. Runners hold.
Well, and that's the exact reason that they were playing so deep, you guys, because then Huff in the outfield, all she has to do is react forward a little bit to the side, versus if she was playing more shallow, it makes it a much more difficult catch for her to drop step and then go chase it down behind her. So that play right there is the reason that they are playing so deep right now still.
Avery Emick swings through the first pitch she sees from Charlotte Dudek.
Let's go, Char!
Oh-2 to Emick.
Look at that swing by Emick. This is a player who spends countless hours practicing on her own, Coach O'Brien said. She works very hard. She is a very determined player. And even in an 0-2 count, I mean, that was a awesome, aggressive swing that had a lot of confidence behind it, even in a 2-strike count.
In foul territory, no chance to make a play on it. A season highlight for Avery Emick, guys, was that she started on the varsity high school softball team, hit 3 home runs as a 7th grader. Let's go.
Impressive.
Still battling with this 0-2 count. Gets jammed up. Martinez at short, making the toss, and Kentucky is going to leave 2 on. It is with tremendous sadness that the ESPN softball family shares the news of the passing of our dear friend and colleague, Amy Kimball, on Tuesday. She was truly a bright soul, a bright light, someone that you were so excited to see when you came to work every day. Our thoughts are with her husband, Dan, her children, Ryan, Emma, and Matthew, her grandchildren, and all of her family and friends who loved her. She will be deeply missed. World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Game Changer is the official scorekeeping technology partner of the Little League World Series. Coach smarter, connect live, and replay the action on Game Changer, the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. Courtney Lyle, Amanda Scarborough, Michelle Smith with you from Greenville, North Carolina. Day 1 of the Little League Softball World Series. Can't control that fan. So excited. We're supposed to play 4 games today. We are only going to get 3 in. If you're just tuning in, Canada and North Carolina, they were supposed to play after this one. That game has been moved to tomorrow. We don't have a start time for that game just yet. They're working on it. But right now in this game, man, Kentucky set the tone in the bottom of the first inning when they scored 7 runs. And Michaela Knight, Curly as they call her, working in the circle. She struck out 2 in the last inning, Amanda.
Yeah, she looks like she's really feeling comfortable. Again, her mom is calling pitches for her. 3 strikeouts in the last 5 batters that she's faced. You can tell she's settling in.
Blake Rodriguez is who she is facing right now. And we've been doing some Little Leaguer love. I wanted to give my Little Leaguer love to Blake Rodriguez. It's so good to see her back on the field. She is back from injury. Hadn't seen her since district tournament. So she did not get to play in the regional. And she's going to be tagged out there. Good to see her back on the field for California.
Number 2, Leah Carrasco.
Here's Leah Carrasco.
Courtney, you mentioned how this California team got together, making their debut appearance here at the Little League Softball World Series, and that this group got together in the fall of 2023. And you said it was a rough start, but in Coach's words, they got destroyed their first All-Star game.
I was trying to be nice.
We're quoting him, you know, it was just a tough go at the beginning, and it rubbed him the wrong way. So he really dedicated his time and effort, and the parents as well, of keeping these players busy year-round. They started a travel ball team. They really took their licks in the beginning, but there are about 6 girls from that 2023 team that had a rough start to playing softball and coming together that have now made it here 3 years later to the World Series. And he did want us to know, too, that after getting destroyed, they beat that team. That same team
for the record,
the following year. So just as a follow-up for the progression of how that team got together and how it started, how it's going, they beat them.
Let the record show. Let the record show that Curly's got her 4th strikeout tonight. 5th, excuse me.
Yes. 3 of the last 4 hitters she struck out.
Aaliyah Palacio hits in the 12th spot, the bottom of this California order. Remember, every player on the roster for a Little League team is in the batting order. Palacio did tell us on her questionnaire, guys, if she won the lottery, she would give 90% of it to her mom. Love that.
Generous heart.
It is a generous percentage.
Yes. I like that she named a percentage.
Yes. If she wears number 10, she's going to keep 10% for herself.
Yep. Her special talent is baking. Shallow center. Got herself a hit. She did not have a hit in the regional. Aaliyah's got it here.
Well, how about this? Hitting out of that 12 hole, the last spot before she turns it over. Pitch on the outer half. She goes down and gets it, drives it right back up the middle. Just a nice piece of hitting. Well done.
Turns it back over to Avea Martinez, who, man, had a really solid at-bat to start this game. Got on with a single. Would eventually come around to score California's only run.
Nice snap throw from behind the dish by Emick. Shortstop trying to get it down the edge over at first base.
We'll try to get her at second. Tag applied. Avery Emmett got the runner.
Avery Emmett has an arm.
And no emotion. She was just chill about it.
She's like, I'm doing my job. Look at the way she guns this down there. Great job of picking it with the tag. Presley Roberts getting it down to get the third out of the inning. Great glove work by this Kentucky team to get out of the inning.
J.W. O'Brien is the manager for Kentucky. You see him back there in the dugout. Owns a farm. He's a farm owner. Bought this bus, and it became the Little League team's bus. The Davies County Little League All-Stars bus. They got a sign for it. They drove this thing to regionals. Ended up having some trouble, car trouble, broke down. So did not take it to Greenville, but a local car dealership did let them take a bus from the car dealership. So they have their bus here because, Michelle, this bus was so good for team building. The girls loved it.
100%, and that's what they said. The coaching staff and JW was saying that it was a bonding moment because a lot of these girls play for different teams or they didn't know each other as well. But when they got to spend time on the bus, riding on the bus, they got closer, and it's become a thing. So I love it.
And that bus was originally for transporting people who worked on the farm, I think from farm to farm, area to area. So it served a work purpose, and then it turned into a softball purpose, which I feel like is how a lot of things go in the softball world. It's like, okay, we might be using this for something else, but surely we can use it for softball some way, somehow.
Well, and I loved how he said they did drive it for maybe a 6-hour trip and then a couple of belt issues. So he was like, I might not make it to North Carolina. So,
yeah, from Owensboro, Kentucky. It's in Western Kentucky. And Michaela Curley-Knight is leading off this inning for the kids from Kentucky. Superstition wears her hair down. Now, Michelle, is that a superstition for you, wearing your hair down?
I always wore my hair down because Well, because.
Yeah, I was wondering why.
I have curly hair just like hers.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as curly as Curly's, but I do have to say I did wear it down. It was a thing. And I always like to say I could control my pitches better. I could control my hair. So it was just part of my game.
But did you have orange and blue stripes in your
did
hair?
not.
Or for USA, red and blue
No.
highlights through your hair like Curly?
I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
Yes, Curly far exceeded my abilities with the colors in the hair.
Charlotte Dudek just recorded her third strikeout as she sits Curly down.
Yeah, look at this natural rise that Dudek has with her fastball, and it's a pitch that you can tell she is very comfortable throwing up in the zone, gets hitters to swing and miss at that pitch underneath it. Dudek has done a nice job coming into this game, settling things down after Martinez got the start, and Dudek had to come in the first inning.
Can we have a moment for that camera angle? Was Brian Sachs, our World Series camera guy, sitting down there doing that? Doesn't he do that camera at the World Series? What an angle. We'll be looking out for any dirt balls we can capture, like at the World Series 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Now would be the perfect day to do it because the field is just a little wet from the rain that we've had, and the dirt gets stuck in the bottom of the cleat, and the pitcher kicks out, and it goes in the air. I mean, the odds of that ever happening again are slim to none, I think.
Not with that attitude.
Anything can happen at the World Series.
Dudek's ahead right here, 1-2. She just struck out Michaela Knight.
She's been working from ahead, and that's one of the keys that the coaching staff was talking about. Let's work from ahead. You hear a lot of pitching coaches talk about that. Nice pitch.
Back-to-back Ks for Dudek.
Well, and Amanda, you mentioned it. It's that natural upspin pitch. It's not necessarily a rise ball, but she gets underneath this pitch. It's got great rotation on it, and she's just going to get ball to offer at this pitch. Late sharp movement. Great job. Nice pitch in the upper half. 5th strikeout now.
Well, and Charlotte said that her dream job is to play professionally in the AUSL. And I'm sure you guys noticed this too with the questionnaires. So many players put that their dream job was to play professionally in the AUSL, or they said that their favorite athlete or favorite player is a player playing in the AUSL. So always so great to see that popping up in just the 2nd year of the AUSL's existence. It's spreading like wildfire amongst these players.
Yeah, and it's so cool because the AUSL is going to play a pro game here on Wednesday in Greenville. So these little leaguers get the opportunity to interact with some of the big leaguers and go to that game on Wednesday over at East Carolina, just down the road. Haley Warren is up right now facing Dudek.
Yes, the AUSL players will be here on Tuesday watching them play, and then they'll go and watch the AUSL players on Wednesday night. That game will also be on ESPN2.
Haley Warren smacks it right into the gap. Gets 2. And Haley Warren is on for the 2nd time. She walked and stole a base in the 1st, and now she's got a double.
Michelle, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the Kentucky's hitters' hands are just flying through the zone. I mean, they are just so level and getting out playing with these pitches. That is not a terrible pitch at all. It was hard inside, and she still was able to get her barrel to it because their hands are just so free and loose. So much confidence in these Kentucky swings.
Amanda, 5 of their 7 hits have been for extra bases tonight. They've had 4 doubles and a triple.
And they had 6 extra base hits in the entire regional.
Yeah.
Their power coming alive.
Hello, bats. Evelyn Shellstrom. Can she bring Warren home with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning? 7 of the 8 runs on the board for Kentucky came in that 1st inning.
Amanda, also to your point, this is a Kentucky team. They are swinging free. I mean, there's no hesitation. And they are not afraid to go after pitches, chase pitches. Some have been out of the zone, but I love that. I mean, an aggressive offense is hard to pitch to.
They're swinging big in any count, too. It doesn't matter if it's an 0-2 count or a 2-1 count like Haley Warren. They are swinging to do damage.
Chelstrom fouls that pitch off. Dudek struck out the first 2 batters in this inning before giving up that double to Haley Warren. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Chelstrom. Chelstrom is ready for a hit, guys. She didn't have one in regionals, but man, she looks ready.
With these swings, I don't know how she didn't have one in regionals, because these Kentucky hitters' swings, they are so powerful. There's just no other way to put it. They're really going up there and putting their best swings on all of these pitches.
Battling. 1-2 count, 0-2 count. I mean, it's impressive.
This is going to be the 8th pitch of this at bat to Chelstrom. And Dudek gets her for her 3rd strikeout of this inning.
All right, Charlotte Dudek entering in relief in this game of Martinez, and she has been shutting these Kentucky hitters down. 3 strikeouts in the 3rd inning for Dudek, and the rise ball is rising, getting a lot of swings and misses.
Tonight they call her curly. A little rain, Michelle's not going to dampen her curls or her pitching in the circle.
Well, she's got some great ability to control her pitches, probably as much as she controls her hair. And you can just see the way that she fills this zone up with a lot of movement, really throwing on the corners, Amanda.
Yeah, they call her the ice queen, or she's like ice cold in the circle. And you can just tell that she has the demeanor, the presence, the mindset to be a pitcher. And all things are rolling well for Michaela Knight with her 5 strikeouts and, more importantly, no walks for her no free passes.
And she really does a good job of controlling her pitches, works that outer part of the zone, really uses her body to be able to manipulate and steer the pitch.
Oh, is there a baby Curly in the stands cheering for the other team?
That's right. Look at. She's got that same eye pattern.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe we'll see you out here someday.
Oh, that's so good.
So good.
Well, and regional, she had 25 strikeouts and just 3 walks, and no walks in this game. And we had a chance to ask her mom and assistant coach Tara Knight, has this always been a focus for her? And she said, yes, absolutely. Command and control was a big focus for Michaela from the very beginning. Plus, she has 100% confidence in her defense as well. But more than speed or anything else, her goal was to have control from the very beginning when she started pitching.
Yeah, she talked to us about, you've got to go out there and throw strikes. We're not just going to add in all these different pitches to your arsenal. You've got to work on controlling it first. How important is that, guys, you both being pitchers, to start that way when you're learning?
Well, control to me, Michelle, means repeatable mechanics. It means that you're putting your body in the same position as that's a fantastic changeup over and over and over again. When you start learning new pitches, sometimes if you don't have those repeatable mechanics, it throws everything off and then you have nothing. So I think it starts with just that consistency and repeatable mechanics in order to learn new pitches.
Yes, absolutely. Repeatable mechanics, as you mentioned, Amanda, to be able to put the pitches where you want to put them. And what is control, right? You command pitches, you make pitches move. That's command. Control is being able to put the ball in the strike zone where you want it to go.
Nevaeh Martinez pokes it out to right field, and she has got her 2nd single of this game.
That's a good job of attacking this pitch more down the zone, stays inside of it, kind of an inside-out swing, but she hit that with some authority past O'Brien there at second base. Well struck. 2 for 2 tonight for Martinez.
She started this game with a solid at-bat, took that first pitch out to right field, came around to score the only run so far for California. That was in the 1st inning. Here's Athena Huff.
She'll remember Jessica Moore from Oregon softball. Yeah, so Athena is family friends with Jessica Moore. Said even they were supposed to attend Jessica Moore's wedding. Such close family friends.
Nice.
So
I think Little League got in the way of that. Person she's most like to meet, ladies, though, Mia Scott.
Love it.
Two from Curly to Athena Huff. And Curly's got the advantage there. Strikeout number 6. Well, professional softball is returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, set to take place on Wednesday. You can learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited.
Natasha Watley and Lisa Fernandez are going to be the coaches of those 2 teams. So they'll be in attendance as well as some of the AUSL players. So it should be a fun night. Can't wait for that.
It's going to be great. Fernandez, Watley, a couple of Olympic gold medalists who are involved with the AUSL.
You know they're going to want to win, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. That's Wednesday at 7. You can see it on ESPN2. Hannah Lincieri rolls that one to third. Kentucky looking for a couple. Will get the lead. Runner just misses Lincieri.
How about Hunter Sparks? No hesitation. So not only is Michaela Knight strong in the circle, she's got this great defense behind her where Sparks goes to O'Brien to get the lead runner. It's impressive.
So much confidence in that play, and she knew exactly what she wanted to do. And it would be easy up by 7 just to take the easy out to go to first base. But it's like these are all practice reps for games that you're intending to play later in the tournament.
Hunter Sparks has had a big night offensively and defensively, and just her face has not changed. No emotion. Eve Martinez, the manager, over at the phone. And this should be a courtesy runner for Lincieri, the catcher. With 2 outs, you can put in a courtesy runner. It would be the last recorded out. So that would be Eve Martinez would come in to run for the pitcher or the catcher. In this case, the catcher.
Your attention, please. Now running at first base for the West, number 9, Avea Martinez, courtesy runner at first.
Guys, so this event used to be in Alpenrose in Portland. Was there a phone? Or did they just yell up to the press box? Do you remember?
I don't recall there being a phone, and definitely not a red one, because I would remember that.
Yes.
That's like the bat phone.
I feel like they just yelled it up to the square.
Yeah, we were very close.
Yeah.
Or if there was, I think it was right behind home plate. It was definitely not convenient.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's labeled, you know? You never know. If you need it. Oh, did we get a little rack focus? Okay, guys, let's get fancy. Our crew has been awesome to make it through all these rain delays today. They have been here since way earlier than us. We got 3 of the 4 games in. Charlotte Dudek is at the plate right now facing Curly Knight. Crowd's getting into it, ready for a changeup.
See if she gets one.
Full count, Dudek against Curly. Seven strikeouts tonight for Curly Knight, and her team is rocking right now with an 8-1 lead as we get set for the bottom of the 4th inning. The Little League Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. scenes from opening day here at the Little League Softball World Series. And man, Kentucky has come out with a bang. They've scored the most runs by a Central team since 2022. 4 for 11, 6 RBI with runners in scoring position. And how about Presley Roberts with a little 2-for-2 action tonight, Amanda?
Her swing is absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to already put a package together for their next game to see her hitting an inside pitch and the outside pitch. I already have something going on in my mind just to show you how good Presley Roberts' swing really is.
That's what we call a tease in the business.
Exactly. Well, this whole Kentucky team, I mean, situational hitting's been outstanding. Runners in scoring position. How about their consecutiveness, right? They have passed the bat and passed the bat and passed the bat. When you do that, it's hard to keep you off the board.
Yeah, we saw all 11 hitters in the lineup come up to the plate in that first inning when they exploded for 7 runs, and that was after they trailed 1-0. So you talk about a response early. They were ready to rock and roll. Here's Brindley Bishop up for the second time, facing Charlotte Dudek, who had to enter this game in the first inning, coming over from shortstop. Brindley's favorite singer is Taylor Swift. I'm here for that.
Yeah,
big Swiftie.
Me too.
Still looking for the wedding photos. How about Charlotte Dudek, though, in that last inning, striking out 3 of the 4 batters that she faced? Really solid inning for her.
She's gotten better as she's gone on, just like Curley over on the other side. And in fact, the only run that she's given up was just an unbelievable swing. I think it's the swing of the day, personally, from Presley Roberts going down to get a low and outside pitch. I mean, that was a pitcher's pitch that Presley Roberts hit, and that's the only run that Dudek has given up on a beautiful swing.
And Dudek's just going to continue to cook. That's back-to-back strikeouts. Going back to the last inning.
Pitch in the lower part of the zone, and look at the drop off of this. There's some late sharp movement. Gets that downward angle on it and just gets Bishop to swing through it.
So in Dudek's league jerseys, so here they get special World Series jerseys, but before that she wears number 11 because it was her big sister Claudia's first ever softball jersey number, and her sister now plays college softball at Sierra College. She batted over 400 and hit some home runs. It's the role model of Charlotte is her big sister, someone she looks up to.
So cool. Hunter Sparks, a single and a walk for her tonight.
Nice pitch on the outer half. She's got a lot of natural late sharp movement. Her fastball rises up when she goes down in the zone. She's got that over the top rotation. That one looked like it had a little run on it on the outer half. That tells me she's got a very lively wrist. Good rotation spin off the fingertips.
Well, she plays a ton of sports, volleyball and basketball, and also tennis and soccer. So Charlotte Dudek is just a year-round athlete, getting all these different sports. And think of all the what different sports teach you. Just so many different forms of athleticism. Every sport is so different, and that helps her in each of the sports that she plays, I'm sure.
Well, and she wants to meet Megan Grant, who also is a multi-sport athlete, you know, basketball and softball at UCLA. Look at that distribution on her pitches, man. 47 strikes compared to 17 balls. Sparks hard hit ball, rolling out to right field. And Sparks is going to come around and come back to first. But man, her second hit tonight.
Puts a big charge in this pitch that kind of floats up just a little bit, and Sparks hammers this, lets it travel, hits it really hard. It's a little bit of a hop there.
I think she wanted to go to second.
Yeah. Especially on a wet night, and try to sometimes force the hand of the outfielders, but decides to play it a little safe, go back to first.
Man, every time she's come up, she has gotten on base. A walk and 2 singles, and now Avery O'Brien will bat behind her way underneath this pitch. Athena Huff trying to track it down and misses. We'll go ahead and toss it over to second to retire Sparks. Oh no, they're gonna say she's safe. Maybe Martinez didn't get her foot on the bag. But Hunter Sparks is safe and Avery O'Brien is safe.
She definitely got her foot back multiple times. I even think it might have been on there when she initially caught it, and then she came off quickly, then back on, back off, and back on. I think they might review this, and I think she should be out.
This is a play that
you can tell it's slippery too. The Sparks slides off the bag. Still very humid night.
So they are taking a look at this play. The call in the field was that she was safe. If you're successful in your challenge, you get to keep it. 2 challenges per game. As long as you're successful, you can hold on to it. That call was safe at second base.
They're playing paper, rock, scissors against each other in the base pass.
Or rock, paper, scissors.
What was it?
Paper, rock, scissors.
I think that's what I've always said.
Really? I said rock, paper, scissors. They overturned the call and she's out.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, right? What do you call it, Michelle?
I know.
That's a good question. I'm questioning.
I normally say rock, paper, scissors. I think I just said it different.
Paper, rock,
I wanted
scissors.
to mix it up.
You know what? We're changing it. I like paper, rock, scissors. That one sails high over the catcher's head, and Avery O'Brien is over to second. Presley Roberts, what a day she has had. We're already obsessed with her swing. 2 for 2.
A left-handed swing is just already, I don't know, it just always, to me, is more pretty than a right-handed one. Usually on any given day, any given player, there's just something about a left-handed power swing. And Presley Roberts, she's got it going on. Not scared to get on top of the plate either.
Dudek gets that by her. Ball and 2 strikes.
Dudek has been so strong as of late, working from ahead. Really getting Kentucky to chase that pitch up in the top of the zone.
Let's go, Shore. One more, Vic.
This time Roberts got a piece of it up there.
So this is what we were talking about, putting this package together, and our crew is amazing. Already has it. We don't even have to wait for their next game, but crushing a more inside pitch, and then that's the one blowing away that I still can't believe she got good barrel to.
Yeah, she got that extension, long arms.
Triple and a double for her tonight. This was the double in the second inning.
And look where the ball is. The pitch is moving off the plate. Look at her eyes. Look at the extension. with her arms, getting that barrel down, just driving it the opposite way. That is textbook hitting right there, folks.
She's trying to do it again, too. She's got 2 hits tonight. She had 3 hits in the entire regional.
Well, I feel like this Kentucky team, after that regional, probably spent a little bit of time in the cage because
you can tell.
Yeah, they were no hit against Indiana, came back and beat Indiana and just 1-0 in that championship game. But you could tell they struggled at that regional. They look like a completely different team hitting here this evening.
Yeah, they only hit 208 in that regional through 5 games. Wild pitch advances Avery O'Brien over to third. Eight hits tonight for Kentucky. This will be the 8th pitch to Presley Roberts.
Let's go, Sean. One more, man.
And she'll take her base.
And that's a good eye, because that's pretty close to the same location as the double she hit her last at-bat, but she doesn't chase it. She takes the walk.
21, first baseman Paisley Edge.
Let's go, Charlotte.
Paisley Edge representing the winning run at the plate. The run rule in Little League is up 10 runs through 4 innings. Paisley Edge coming in swinging like she's ready to hit a ding. This is the run rule in Little League: 15 runs after 3 innings or 10 runs after 4 innings. Paisley had 2 triples and a double in the regional. She has walked and been hit by a pitch tonight. Runner coming home.
It's a great job by Kentucky to really force the hand of this defense. They get the throw down to second, and then they capitalize by sending Avery O'Brien home.
And Presley Roberts bumps over to second. Now it's a 1-1 to Paisley Edge and a 9-1 lead for Kentucky. Hops out of the glove of Lynn Sierri, advances the runner to third. Presley Roberts 60 feet away from making this 10-1. Dudek fires in the strike.
Paisley Edge, you mentioned what could win it. She has home run power. We don't see a lot of home runs here on this field because it is 200 down the line and 200 to center field. That is a very big field for 11 and 12-year-old players. Similar actually to the college distances that we have, but Paisley Edge has some home run pop, and
she's hit.
I think she thought it was ball 4 and she got mixed up with the count, so she's gonna have one more pitch.
I thought it hit her in the foot. Neither one of those things are true. Hopper over Robles at third. Run comes across, and Paisley Edge is at first. So now the winning run at first base for Kentucky. That'll be an error on the third baseman. Can Finley Bevan get Paisley Edge home to win this game in the fourth inning? She had a double in the first, excuse me, and comes out swinging. No surprise, as Kentucky has all night.
Well, you know, anything that finds a gap, Paisley Edge is going to be thinking about scoring on, especially 2 outs. She's going to be able to get a big jump. Anything that gets past the outfielders and goes to the wall, she's going to have a chance to score.
Bevan out to left field. Runners on first and second. Now the winning run is at second base.
The catcher, number 9, Avery Emick.
Avery Emick up. Needs a hit to end this game. She had an RBI double in the first inning. We've seen what she can do behind the dish, throwing out a runner at second.
Aggressive first pitch swinging the majority of the team. And it's interesting because if you look at the collegiate level, I would say average number of hitters that swing at the first pitch is probably 25% or lower. A lot of hitters like to look, kind of feel out that first pitch. Not here, Little League. They're like, I'm going for it.
Dudek fires in a strike. It's 0-2. Emmett gets it out to left field. Around comes Edge trying to win this game, and she will for Kentucky. That puts Kentucky up 10 runs after 4 innings, through 4 innings here. That should be game. They're up 10 through 4 innings.
Yeah, and I think there's umpires look like they're communicating a little bit right now, trying to figure out.
That's ball game. So Avery Emick is going to win it for Kentucky. 11-1. They put up a 7 spot in the bottom of the first inning after starting this game, trailing 1-0, and they will wrap it up in the 4th inning. 2 run rolls today, guys, to start the World Series.
Well, it's definitely been a day of offense. These teams have come out swinging. You can tell they use the week and a half offense regionals to get in the cages and work on those swings.
Yeah, they put up 10 hits, 5 different players had RBI. This is a 1 through 11 offensive job for Kentucky, and they scored 3 different innings. 3 to 4 innings, they put up runs.
Well, the first Little League Softball World Series win for Kentucky since 2005, the last time that they were here. So not an elimination game, of course, so California is still alive, but Kentucky is going to advance in the winner's portion of the bracket, and we'll see them play Connecticut tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow, we have a new schedule for you. Canada and North Carolina were supposed to play tonight due to 2 lengthy weather delays today. They will start things off tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Canada and North Carolina will start. We will play 5 games tomorrow. So the winner of that Canada-North Carolina game will have to turn around and play again later tonight at 6 Eastern. But we'll start the day at 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Little League thanks its official sponsors, including Beef, It's What's for Dinner, and the Ford Motor Company, whose support helps create meaningful experiences for communities, volunteers, and young athletes all season. Little League also thanks its dedicated volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of children worldwide. A big showing for Kentucky. The kids from the Bluegrass State are back in the World Series for the first time since 2005, and they did it with a big-time swing at the plate. 11-1, a run rule win for Kentucky, and day one of the Little League Softball World Series comes to a close.